Hi, my name is Gal, and I'm a Customer Success Manager at Refinitiv. In this session, we'll use Codebook to screen for primary markets deals such as M&A transactions and IPOs. Refinitiv is a global leader in investment banking transaction data for M&A and new issues deal coverage, with nearly 3.3 million transactions announced in 225 nations since the 1970s. We source our deals content through direct deal submissions from global banking and legal contributors, as well as extensive research and rigorous sourcing of regulatory filings, newswires, and company press releases. To access Codebook, we'll simply type Codebook in the icon search bar and press Enter. Our first step will be to import the libraries that are needed for pulling deals data, the icon and the Refinitiv Data Platform APIs. We'll also be using Pandas and Plotly to analyze and visualize the data. We'll press Shift-Enter to execute the line of code. Now let's screen for some M&A deals. We'll create a data frame, name it MA, and ask it to utilize the Search API from the Refinitiv Data Platform library to search for M&A transactions based on search criteria that we select, such as the target nationality and the target sector. In this case, we selected targets that are based in the United States under the healthcare services and equipment sector. We'll then tell Codebook how our output should look. We'll select several data items to be displayed in the deal list, such as the deal size, the target and acquirer, advisors on the deal, as well as some financial metrics such as the ratio of transaction value to EBIT. We'll also add a couple of lines that will determine the order in which the data items appear on the list. The last line of code will tell Codebook to display the data. We'll press Shift-Enter to execute. As you can see, we now have our list of M&A transactions with the data items we selected. We'll use the Describe method to quickly get an overview of our dataset. I can easily see statistical information such as the minimum, maximum, and average deal size, the average ratio of deal size to EBIT, and so on. If I wanted something similar in Excel, it would require a bit more manual work. We'll now take the same dataset of M&A deals and present them in a scatter chart using tools from the Plotly library. Let's set our x-axis to be the size of the deal, the y-axis to be price per share, and the size of the bubble to be the deal size as well. We'll also set the basic size and layout of the chart. Let's run the code. And here's our scatter chart. Hovering over each bubble will give me the price per share and the size of the deal. Now let's create an M&A advisor league table, ranking banks based on the deal volume. We'll create data frames for both the filters and the output, and use the icon API to screen for deals, setting our filters such as the announcement date equals last year, and some standard league table criteria. Next, we'll enter a few lines of code to scrub the data, removing deals that have no advisors, no deal size, or other missing data. Let's run the data frame with the scrubbed data. What we have is a list of individual deals, which we'll need to aggregate and group by the deal advisor. We'll enter a few lines of code to aggregate the deal volume by deal advisor, then rank those advisors based on the total deal volume. And now we have our M&A league table, the top 10 advisors. We can now use Plotly tools to create a pie chart of the percentage of market share held by the top 10 advisors. Hovering over each slice will display the name of the advisor and the total deal volume. Now let's screen for IPOs. We'll once again create a data frame and use the icon API to pull all IPOs that have been completed this year to date. Now we'll tell Codebook to display selected data items for each IPO, such as the issuer name, sector, nationality, and security type. We still need to scrub the data. We might want to remove duplications, such as deals with multiple tranches, and only display a single row for each IPO. As we did with the M&A search, we'll use the Describe method to get an overview of our dataset and gather some further insights, such as the average number of lockup days. I'll now use a Plotly bar chart to look at a sector split of the IPOs. We can see that the pharma sector had the highest IPO volume this year to date. This is likely driven by the Royalty Pharma IPO, which closed in June and raised $2.2 billion, making it the largest IPO of 2020 so far. One thing I can do now is build a dashboard so that the code is hidden and only the output is visible. I can still run the code in the background to update the dashboard. I'll select Create New View for Output, and let's scroll back up and select the M&A League table as well. And I'll put the two pages side by side. Now, whenever I run the code, these two pages will update. I hope this session was helpful. If you'd like more resources and information about Codebook and our APIs, join our developers community at developers.refinitiv.com. Thank you.